Believe it or not, I used to be so pessimistic before, right? But I was able to shift that around. Send me, oh Lord. Hello, beautiful shining souls. My name is Jostine, Intuitive Life Guide from the Philippines. Welcome back to my channel. So, for today, we have Teaching Thursday, and our topic is the importance of being mindful and conscious of the words that we use. Words are powerful. Personally, I feel like if I really tune in to a word, I can feel its frequency, right? I can feel its frequency. Like, for example, I invite you to think of the word expansive. All right, just say it to yourself, expansive. And just notice if you can feel how your body reacts to the word. Okay, so let's try it again. Expansive. And try to say it out loud, expansive. And then take a deep breath. Just feel your body. What are the sensations that you're feeling? For me personally, when I say expansive, like I can feel this, right? Like it opens up. My body opens up. My energy expands, right? And then I want to invite you now to say stress, pressure. Yeah, let's use pressure. Pressure. Okay. So notice, what are the sensations in your body? Like for me, when I say that, when I say stress or pressure, like the energy is straight to my heart, as if like there's like really pressure in my chest, right? On my chest. And I feel like there's just, because one of the ways that my sacral yes as a generator, we'll talk more about it on a later video, but is that when something is a no, like I can feel it in my somewhere in my throat area, and there's just constriction, right? And so that I felt that when I said pressure, like there is a tightening of my there's a tightening here on my part. So that's one of my sacral no's, right? So yeah, so I'm curious, how about you? Like, how did you feel those two words, expansive and pressure, in your body? So just notice it. If there's none, that's totally okay. But I invite you to just, when you're like in a relaxed state, and just play around with it, okay? Just play around with it. And then see if there are sensations in your body, because it takes practice, because we are so bombarded with so many information, and we're always like, our brains are always on, and so we need to get back into that state of being mindful and really conscious, right? And that takes being centered, grounded, aligned, stillness, silence, and just breathing in and feeling into our body. Okay, so just play around it. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. Very, very long intro to our topic for today. So what inspired this topic? So if you watched my video last Monday, I shared, if you haven't, I invite you to check it out. I shared about one of my insecurities around, so I'm turning 37 this year. And I said in my video that I feel like I have nothing to show for. You know how, like, when you're already in your late 30s, the, supposedly, right, like the milestone of our societies, that you already have established yourself professionally, you have savings, you have a family. I don't have all these things. So I don't really have like a professional track, and that's one of my biggest insecurities, because even in how I share myself, like, like, what do I really do anyway? What am I here to offer? Like, I cannot like verbalize it as clearly for lots of reasons, which I will not share here because we'll be going off tangent. But anyway, if you are curious to learn more about my thoughts around that, please do watch the video last Monday. I will put the link in the description or in the card somewhere above. Anyway, so yeah, I received a message from my friend, from a dear friend, and she's been with me since the beginning, since I started this journey. And she shared with me, like, after watching the video, it's not nothing. Like, she has seen me grown over the years, and I have published my books. I have my own self-published book, and then I co-authored just recently an international Amazon bestseller book, right? And those are just some of the things that I have already accomplished. And depending on the standards, right? Like, if you're looking outside of yourself, again, that comparison to other people, it feels like I haven't accomplished anything. But that's not true, right? And so it's not really that I haven't accomplished anything, that I have nothing to show for it, but yeah, there are some areas in my life where I still need growth, and there are areas in my life where I was able to do this, right? And so that brings me to the words that we use. Like, we need to avoid, like, I still need to check myself around this, but really avoid using the absolute words, like nothing, always, and never, right? Because it's actually very natural, for our brain to generalize. It's one of the cognitive biases, right? We tend to generalize something based on one specific circumstance, or maybe like a few number of circumstances. But is it really true? Let's make this a concrete example. Like, for example, I woke up late, right? I have to go to work, but I didn't woke up when the alarm rang. And so I was rushing, and I have to commute. And then I tried to book a Grab, but nothing is available. And then I choose to go out, and again, like, the bus is full, like, and there's like very few buses passing through, and it feels like in that moment, right, like, what are the thoughts that usually come to your mind, right? So for me, because I have experienced this before, like, it feels like the world is against you. Like, oh, why can't I catch a break? Why are you so against me? What did I do? Like, I have all the bad luck. I'm jinxed. Like, this day is the worst day, right? But that is just part of the day, right? So that's just the start of the day. And yes, it can really influence you if we don't check ourselves, right? But what if we interrupt that pattern, right? We take a deep breath and we try to reframe the situation. Okay, how can this be beneficial? How can I make this work for me? Or my favorite, and one of the things that is actually very helpful to break a pattern is, what can I be grateful for in this situation? Right? And so, just asking those questions, we are already breaking the pattern of the negative, energy, right? And instead of seeing it as it's the absolute worst day of your life, right? Stop it. Right? Is it really the absolute worst day? Yeah, you're not having a good morning, but that's just it. That is just part of the day. Right? There's something you can do to turn things around. And you cannot change your environment, but you can change how you look at things, how you experience it. You can shift your script, your dialogue, so that you can bring yourself back to center, to grounded alignment, and bring gratitude in, right? So easy for us, right? Especially if we're in the thick of things and our emotions are added to the experience, right? Like it's triggering us, and all this, lots of things come up whenever a bad situation happens. And that's when we need to practice stepping back from the situation, really just observing, right? Observing, allowing the emotions to pass through, right? But don't just stay there, right? Just breathe through it. And I try to see what is really happening here. And then if a thought come up, if a script came up, right, is this really true? And then try to reframe the words, the script that you're using. And try to avoid using the absolute words, because it carries, again, with energy. Because if you say like always, never, nothing, then you're already making that assumption in your mind, right? And the world really reflects what we think about. And so, whatever you think about, it will come true. Right? That is a very oversimplification statement. Of course, there are different layers, but for the sake, the words that we use, what we speak about, it really carries a certain energy around it, and it can affect how we experience life. And so my invitation for today is really watch your words. Okay? Watch your words and check in with yourself. Catch yourself whenever you say something and try to catch yourself, right? Having that awareness of what words you're using. How are you talking to yourself? And how are you talking about yourself to other people as well, right? So really having that awareness, it will really shift, right? It will really shift how you experience life and the energy that you bring in. It will take time, especially if you are so used to certain patterns and scripts. Believe it or not, I used to be so pessimistic before, right? But I was able to shift that around. And one of the things that really helped me is this. Really being conscious and mindful of how I speak about myself, of the words I use, how I describe a situation, how I perceive a situation, the stories that I tell myself, how I interpret something. And then noticing it and then reframing it. It really helps. So that's it for me for Teaching Thursday. I hope that this has been helpful. And if you feel that someone would benefit from listening or watching this video, please do share. If you haven't yet, I invite you to subscribe to my channel so that and like the video. It helps with the algorithm, and really my intention for this to reach the people that are meant to hear this message, and I would need your help for that. So thank you in advance if you feel called to share, to like, to subscribe to my channel. If not, that's totally okay as well. I mean, whatever feels alive for you. So anything else that I wanna, yeah, so that's it for me for Teaching Thursday. Thank you so much. I'll see you on Saturday for Saturday Showcase. Peace, love, and light.